Hey everybody, welcome to my channel, Soulight Hypnotherapy. My name is Kirsten. Today I'm going to do a reading on, I'm not quite ready for you. I'm going to do a reading on Shanquella Robinson. One of my subscribers really wanted me to look into it. And I've been having a lot of renovations going on in the home, so I wasn't really able to, I haven't been able to get a lot of readings up lately. So sorry about that, guys. Everything's just in disarray, but everything's starting to look a lot better and coming together. It's just been a rough 3 months of renovations. So if you have political questions, it helps me to be able to have a question to pose to the card. So if you have some political questions, make sure to submit them to me so that I can use them as inspiration for future readings, because I've kind of been out of the loop, right? Like, so what's going on with Jack Smith, or whatever questions you have, let me know, because it'll be easier for me to move forward and do some new readings and put up some new content for you guys. So this is kind of a heavy reading. It's about Shanquella Robinson. I don't really know all of the details because I kind of like try to shut out these kind of things. I know I don't like to deal with the harsh realities of life. But Shanquella Robinson went on a Cabo vacation, and with, I think, 6 friends. And today I'm going to look into 3 of those friends. And within 24 hours of her, coming into Mexico, she was dead. And then videos surfaced or were leaked of the same friends she went on the trip with beating her in the hotel room. And so I don't think that it's a mystery how she died. We already know that her neck was broken, her spine was injured or severed as a result of a brutal attack. So I think the only question to ask at this point is, will she be served justice? Because it seemed like some of the stories coming out of Mexico were, designed to kind of cover it up and not really reveal the truth. Not really want to dive too deep into it and just sort of like call it a dead girl in a day. So will Shanquella get justice? When this first happened, I did look at some cards, and I felt immediately Shanquella is wherever the peaceful pleasure we pass, she's there. So I don't feel like she's in any kind of tortured limbo waiting for the culprits to get what they deserve. Um, she's she's good, and if that helps somebody, I hope it does. She's good right now, and she doesn't even hold any revenge or anger towards these people. But anyway, let's get into the reading. Thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you for subscribing to my channel if you haven't already subscribed. Make sure to subscribe. My channel does need your help. And if you could also share it with your social media friends, I would appreciate that as well. Leave your comments. And if you'd like to, there are links to become a Patreon subscriber or to donate in my description box. You can also reach out for a personal reading or SRT clearing session or hypnotherapy. All my information is in the description box, so reach out to me. Thank you. Okay. So I think I'm using the Druid Craft Tarot. I don't have the box. All right, the first card that fell out was the World. All right, we want to know if there's justice for Shanquella Robinson. The first card that fell out was the World. The world is watching. This whole event is a big life lesson for everybody, right? Everybody can learn from this experience, and I think that's why it's getting world attention. Her death had a purpose. and it was to share a lesson with the world. Okay. The next card I'll read last. I will read this card last. That's spirit guidance, or it could be a message from Shanquella. All right. In this column, the first two cards represents Déjeuner. Déjeuner was a friend that went along on the trip, and I think there were 6 people who went, a total of 3 girls and 3 guys. But I'm only doing the reading on 3 of the friends. Déjeuner, who was featured in one of the videos beating a very passive, and I feel already Shanquella in that video. That's what I feel in my gut. She was already like, or close to it. The girl wasn't moving. It was just disgusting. I did not see the video of Winter Donovan. This would be her section here. She got 3 cards. Winter Donovan. I did not see the video of her beating up Shanquella. I hear it's pretty bad, and they think that that is when the neck got broken, was during that particular part of the beatdown. And then the final 2 cards in this column will represent the best friend, her male best friend, because I just gotta, I just want to look into that. And shout out to Faye McRae, who asked me several times to do this reading. So shout out, Faye. I hope it answers your question. Her main question was she wanted to know the motivation. My main question is, will she get some kind of justice? So let's keep going. So let's start with Déjeuner. Déjeuner has right now in her column her feelings and actions. Her feelings and actions, she has the Ace of Cups, and she has the 7 of Cups. Feeling very, very upset, very sad right now, wishing that that things had happened differently, or maybe she had done things differently. I think she's considering her options, and which may include, what do you call it? I'm trying to think of the way people are supposed to say it on YouTube. Up, well, I can't think of the way they're saying it. Basically, to deactivate her life, emotional overwhelm. And she's also spilling the tea on others involved or plans to. She's crying a lot, and she wishes she could numb herself. And that she didn't have to deal with this. If she has access to it, she will use drugs and alcohol to emotionally deal with the situation. The 7 of Cups says that she is going to spill some tea, but some of the tea that she spills is going to be bullshit. So she's going to lie or create a story in order to try to protect herself, or she's going to consider do this. Spirit says for her to tell the truth. Lies or a story that she makes up will not work in her favor. Next, Déjeuner has the legal ramifications she could face or is likely to face, okay, based on her association with her involvement in beating Shanquella. I didn't really go through the story of what happened to Shanquella, so let me start there. I'm sorry, because I just it's been a couple of weeks. I was inspired to go ahead and do this reading. I didn't want to do the reading because I don't like to read on dead people. I tend to start channeling, and I didn't really want to channel anyone. So I was hesitant to do the reading. I was watching another psychic who did a reading, and these 3 cards came up in her reading, these 3. So it kind of told me, go ahead and do the reading. And basically, what it's saying is that as a result of deception, clever strategy, tactics, um, calculations, she was deceived. And she was purposely taken across a border. And death happened. And I don't think the death happened on purpose. I think it was definitely a planned gang bang. But I don't think they meant to kill her. I think it was accidental. Okay. Now back to Dejanay. What are the legal ramifications to Dejanay? Is featured in one of the videos beating her up, and she was very passive. She wasn't even moving. And the friend, the male friend in the video was sitting back going, "Gee, Quella, aren't you even going to fight?" So the legal ramifications that Dejanay will face is she's all twisted up inside. She doesn't know what to cling to or what to put her faith in. I feel like whether it's in a physical prison or a mental one, she will serve a lifetime punishment because of her guilt, because of her involvement. Either she'll punish herself or she will be punished by the legal realities. I don't know if it's legally it'll be for a lifetime, but I think she will have a long time to think about things, a long, long time, if you understand what I'm saying. She'll wish that she had told the truth. Like so I think she will lie, and she will end up doing a long time. This is clarified by the protector reverse and the letter reverse. So you can see them upright. Protector reverse says that her excuses are lame. The excuses that she will offer for what happened are lame. She's unbalanced due to her shame, her guilt, and fear, psychologically unbalanced. And any deal that she tries to maneuver will fall through as a result of lies that she will tell. It is possible she may try to unend herself or her life if given an opportunity. I've heard rumors that she was a transgender, and no one has really affirmed this, but this card says that she has an identity crisis that she struggles with, so those rumors may be true. There is jealousy and greed connected to the crime and the beating on her end. So there was jealousy in her heart and greed. So Faye, you wanted to know a motivation. There's that for what's her name? Dejanay. So the letter reverse says that this was all about payback for her. It was all about payback. It was a revenge beatdown. She felt Shanquella did something to her and she deserved it. It also says that she didn't mean for Shanquella to die. It was just, she just wanted to beat her up and teach her a lesson and to steal money and get revenge. This card says she will have to pay a debt to society, so I feel she will go to prison for some time as a result. Next, let's talk about Winter Donovan. She got the Sun card, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups that fell out, because I only take cards that fall out, which is why another reason why I don't shuffle on a long time. But she got the Seven of Pentacles, Five of Cups. So Sun is talking about exposure. She got exposed. I think there was a time when nobody was talking about her, but through probably Dejanay, releasing some information, or somebody releasing some information she got exposed. She's going to be exposed even more through future in a deal that Dejanay tries to set up. She's going to be exposed even more. But the deal will fall through because she's going to try to protect herself and whitewash herself out of the story. So the situation is developing. They're gathering evidence and testimony against Winter Donovan, who was the one in the second video that was leaked that dealt they think it was the death blow because they feel like that's when her neck cracked. It's likely that she will get the brunt of the blame for the death. She says, Winter is saying it was an accident, or this is what she will say. But it was her bright idea to travel to the warm place, to Mexico. It was her bright idea. And Spirit says she was the source cause of the death. Okay? And it will be evaluated or judged that she was. That's how it will end up. Five of Cups says that she's trying to believe right now, because these are her feelings and actions. She's actually trying to believe right now that she's trying to believe, or she's hopeful, optimistic that she can escape punishment. She's very optimistic, but that optimism will be short-lived and replaced with a pessimism. This is a card of heavy shame and guilt. Or you should be shamed of yourself. This is blood spilled. Now, the Seven of Coins, I wanted to know what, I'll get a little bit more information on the Seven of Coins. And it was clarified by the success card in the dark-haired man. So I feel like Winter felt she had won some kind of victory. Like this was a victory for her, and it involved a dark-haired man or a dark man, possibly an air sign energy. She is oddly, she wanted to impress him. She felt she impressed him. This was a victory for her. She's oddly optimistic that she can beat the rap. A man or a friend near her is helping her feel more optimistic or is supporting her in some way. Now, the Five of Cups is clarified by the infantilism and the widow card. Can you see? Sorry. So this says that Winter is a coward. She will fight and dispute the claims against her, claiming that she is innocent. Or that she didn't murder her. I'm probably not supposed to say that word. Hi everyone. I'm not looking at the screen. I'm focusing on the cards. So if you gave me a shout out or anything, thank you so much, and thank you for hitting that like button. Thank you for subscribing, and I hope that I'm speaking with clarity here. So infantilism and the widow is clarifying this Five of Cups. This says that Winter is a coward. She is going to fight or dispute claims against her, claiming her innocence. I feel that all of these friends of hers are extremely shallow and delusional. They don't understand the heinousness of their crime. They don't want to face the truth about themselves, the ugly truth. That's sad. That's regretful. That's a shame. That's a shame. And you know what? Winter is not sad or regretful about what she did. This is only sad about herself. She's very entitled and spoiled rotten. She was furious with Shanquella. She wanted to cut a bitch. and do her brutal harm. That was her intention and her motivation. Widow says she is cold and non remorseful about what she did. She's only sad for herself. She's a true cold hearted bitch. And her plans to save herself will fail. What are the legal ramifications to Winter Donovan? She has the Five of Wands and the King of Wands reversed. She's going to have to fight. She's going to fight. She's going to dispute. But before I talk about that, I feel like Winter saw Shanquella as competition or rival. Maybe for this dark-haired man she wanted to impress, that she felt a victory in her actions for what she did. She saw Shanquella as some kind of competition or rival, and she planned this group attack for that reason. And she's going to try to point blame at the others or equal blame for the death. The card says she will be fighting this in Mexico. I'll put these down in a minute. Okay, I'll pick those up in a minute. She's going to be fighting this in Mexico. So I think this is going to go down in Mexico, and she's going to serve time in Mexico. The King of Wands reverse is the dude that she did all this for, that she accidentally killed Shanquella. And it says that he's nothing but a no-account player, disloyal, unfaithful, a real prick. This is my prick card, you know. He wasn't even worth it. Not that anybody's losing their life is worth it. It says she really needs to reevaluate herself. She sees herself as innocent. She is a real narcissist. This Winter Donovan is a real piece of cake here. She's going to be held back and prevented from realizing her dreams and her goals. So that sounds like a prison sentence to me, especially for someone who thinks so much of themselves. Journey says she will travel or flee. I'm not sure, because the stories coming out are, some are saying they have already been arrested, that they're after them, or that they're being extradited. I don't know what the real story is, and the way I read cards, I'm not a psychic. I interpret the cards, and if I know something, then that's going to confirm it. But if the information I have is iffy, I can't confirm it. So I have to give you both stories, what the cards are telling me, right? She will either travel or flee, or she's being extradited back to Mexico. I do feel will be fighting the case in Mexico, and she really feels like she can beat this for some reason. But that will be short-lived, and then she will be hit with the reality of her situation. Trap says she's going to be sorry. Wherever she's going, if she flees, she'll get caught. If she's going to Mexico, she's going to end up in a prison. That's where she's headed. Her subterfuge or any attempt to flee will not help matters for her, so she will lie as well. There is prosecution around murder and for theft of money. Those are the charges that she will go down for. The cards say that she's shady And all of her friends are shady, dishonest, and scheming. She's guilty of the death blow, and they are all guilty of taking her life. Okay? Final column. Let's look at that best friend. So he's got the Justice reverse and the Knight of Coin. The male friend. That's what this card is. The wingman, the male friend. What a friend. With friends like this, you really don't need enemies, do you? He just stood there and watched her. He watched this injustice prevail over his so-called best friend, and he lied to her family. This is serious karma, man. He thinks he will be judged more harshly because he's a black male or because of his sexuality. But he won't escape judgment. Spirit says he will be called into account for his actions, and he will get what he deserves. It's also telling me he thought Shanquella deserved her beatdown, and that's why he sat back. He has in his heart, or was holding in his heart, animosity and jealousy towards Shanquella as well. This might have been misunderstood or unknown to him even, as they may have shared a past life. Old karma. None of these people were her true friends. The King of Swords and the Three of Swords. Hold on a second, guys. King of Swords and the Three of Swords. So the King of Swords, he brings justice, right? So this may be a judge or a lawyer. And whatever the sentence is, it's gonna hurt. Okay? The judgment upon the best friend in the end will not be kind. This would be the legal ramifications to the best friend. Because he lied to the law and he lied to the parents. He didn't help his friend when she was in distress. The judge will be fair in the matter against him. So maybe he might claim unfairness, but the judgment will be fair. I clarified and I got faithfulness reversed, the waiting card, and the king of the soldier reversed. Just give me a minute to kind of think about this waiting card here. Yeah, I think this is talking about his hesitance to tell the truth. I mean, it plays a part in how he gets sentenced. I think he gets a lighter sentence though. Um, okay, so faithfulness reverse. Again, this is this is your best friend, and this is not your best friend. I mean, it just makes me sick. I'm sure we all have a past where we felt like people we trusted betrayed us. You know, I remember in sixth grade, we were transitioning to seventh grade, and I always went to a white school, and I didn't have a lot of black friends. And I made some black friends that year. I was really happy about that. But I guess they didn't like me because they told me that they planned not to dress up for the final dance before we went into, the sixth grade dance before we went into seventh grade. Don't dress up, Kirsten. We're not going to dress up. So I wanted to go along with the crowd. I didn't dress up. Then bitches came I was dressed in old cotton dungarees. Oh, man. But nothing like this. Nothing like this. I mean, it hurts your heart, and you never really trust again when people do you like that. So I guess we can all relate to this story, and that's why it's speaking to everybody and how serious it can be. You really have to know who your friends are. This was not a true friend. He betrayed his friend, and he will also betray his other friends in trying to save himself. He suffers from self-hate and low self-esteem. He betrayed Shanquella. He aided Winter in carrying out the plan to trap or do her harm. It was malintent. So they talked about it. This was planned. He was party to it all and part of the plan. He abused her trust in the most heinous way. But I do think he will get a lighter sentence than the others. The cards say his life will be impeded or delayed as a result. And he's about to get a serious life change and lesson. So the final card to wrap this up, this heavy reading, is a message from Spirit, possibly a message from Shanquella to her family. She got the Ace of Wands, but reverse. Now, I told you when she first passed, I did look at some cards, and I felt like she was in the good place. A good place. And I didn't feel any heaviness in the cards I saw from her. And I thought, oh, I would love to pass that message on to her family. This is her message to her family. She says, I came here to experience all of life, and I did. I traveled and I expanded myself. I also came to share a lesson with the world, and my death was part of that lesson. She wants to say, live every day in the moment, explore the world and people as it expands who you are. As it will expand who you are. But live every day as if it is your last. And be kind to others. Be kind to your family. Be respectful. Know that the world around you is a reflection of what's going on internally. Your core beliefs is what's reflected back to you. But above all, love yourself and don't settle for less than what you deserve, including people. Surround yourself with people that deserve you and that you deserve. So I hope that that message finds her family, and I thank you all for tuning in. Please make sure to hit the like button, comment, and share. And if you have any suggestions for future readings, please feel free to put them in the comment section or email me. Thank you guys. Blessings. Rest in peace, Shanquella. Rest in peace.